God told the end-time Babylonians to leave. He never told the ancient Babylonians to leave. If God's people don't know who the end-time Babylonians are, they will suffer her punishment. Leave Babylon the Great. Here are the warnings God has given to the end-time Babylonians. Come out of her, my people, so that you do not suffer her plagues. Come out of her, my people. Run for your lives. Run from the anger of the Lord. Flee Babylon. Flee from the Babylonians. Proclaim it with shouts of joy to the whole earth. Flee Babylon. Leave the land of the Babylonians. Lead the flock. Flee from Babylon. Run for your lives. Do not be destroyed because of her sins. It's time for God's vengeance. He will repay her. Come to Zion. Escape the end-time Babylonians. This comes from Revelation, Jeremiah, Isaiah, Jeremiah, and Zechariah, all the way through Scripture. Leave Babylon, because the beast, Antichrist, and the 10 kings will hate Babylon. They will bring her to ruin and burn her with fire. Revelation 17. The kings of the earth will see the smoke of her burning. Revelation 18. Babylon, the pride of the Babylonians, will be overthrown by God like Sodom and Gomorrah. That's from Isaiah. I will overthrow Babylon like Sodom and Gomorrah and with her towns. Jeremiah 50. This is how Babylon is destroyed in Revelation 18. He has sent a message to us in Babylon. It will be long time. Therefore, build houses, settle down, plant gardens, and eat what they produce. So Daniel prospered during the reign of Darius and Cyrus the Persian. We can see from history, God's people were not told to leave ancient Babylon, but God's people are told several times to leave end-time Babylon, to run for their lives, to run from the fierce anger, from the destruction by fire. The sun is setting on Mystery Babylon the Great, and we can even see it today. But pastors and Christians are still ignorant and uninformed about God's end-time prophecies. Iran starts World War III, Revelation 6, 3 and 4, and Jeremiah 51, 11 through 12. Then there's a U.S. economic crisis, identified in Habakkuk 2, 6 and 7, and Jeremiah 50, 31 through 32. Prepare for war. Yehovah has stirred up the kings of the Medes, that's Iran, because of his purpose to destroy Babylon, that's the U.S.A. Warn Babylon, station a watchman, reinforce the guard, prepare an ambush. Yehovah will carry out his purpose against the Babylonians. You who live by many waters and are rich in treasures, your end has come, the time for you to be destroyed. Most financial analysts and economists know that the U.S. dollar and the stock market are very inflated, but they don't know when the bubble will pop. Yehovah has prophesied when this will happen. In Habakkuk 2:17, God tells us what will be the trigger of the U.S. financial crisis he describes in Habakkuk 2:7. But all the churches are asleep to his warning. This revelation awaits the time of the end, and it will not prove false. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and not delay. Your creditors will suddenly wake up and make you tremble. Then you will become their victim, because you have killed people. You have destroyed lands, cities, and everyone in them. This is from Habakkuk chapter 2. When will America be destroyed? When Yeshua opened the third seal, I heard, "Come." There was a black horse, and its rider was holding the balance of power in his hand. Then I heard a day's wheat for a day's wages, and a day's barley for a day's wages. But don't damage the oil or the wine. The Antichrist and his kingdom will hate America. They will bring her to ruin and leave her naked and burn her with fire. Babylon's destruction is assured.